All right, here it is. I've been with Real for 3 years, just a little over 3 years, 3 years and 3 months. And I want to give you guys that are out there thinking about Real, wondering what's up with the company, just kind of want to get the perspective of a broker who transitioned their brokerage into Real, brought a team of agents over, have been working on introducing more people to Real, and just really someone who's seen it all, seen all the models, seen all the bells and whistles with every different company out there, owned exit realty franchises, was an independent, was very successful at both, but then decided that, you know what, the game of brokerage has maybe changed forever. I think it is forever, or at least things have been really shuffled around and things have changed a lot. I often said when I was an independent broker that I am in a race to the bottom. And I needed to find something that was different, something that was, I would call the modern day brokerage, something that's there for and sustainable for the long road. And I found it at Real, and I want to kind of give you guys a few reasons why I think that. So I've been here for 3.5 years. As you can see, right up above me here, closed 472 deals with the company, 197 listings. Um, I can always see everything in my business, everything that's going on in my business through the reason back end. Here's the deal. I think technology is what changes the game in the world for real estate agents and brokers, not splits. The split game has been cut up more ways than you can ever imagine. 100% splits, 70% splits, 80% splits, 90% splits, no fee, monthly fee, no monthly fee. It's been broken up into a million different models that are all over the place, and you hear the constant wars over comps and splits and what's my cap and what's my transaction fees. Quite honestly, I think they're all at this point kind of just throwing stuff at the wall, trying to find out what works. But to me, what really makes the difference between Real and a lot of the other companies out there, and I'm not going to put anybody down because I think there's some other great companies out there as well. And you really have to find out the one that's the best fit for you, both, I think, split wise, more importantly, technology wise, and culture wise. Like who are your people? Who do you fit well with? Who can you just break bread with and not like want to throw through a window? So that's what I'm talking about. It's finding, the best balance of the three, the split, the technology, the people. Technology is changing in the world of real estate. I think if you're with a brokerage that offers a good split, but they're not keeping pace with technology, you're going to be left behind, especially as AI continues to progress, especially as companies like Real continue to press different things that were never even a thought 5 years ago, 10 years ago in real estate. And I'm going to talk about a couple of those on this video. So the first of all is anything I want to see in my business lives in Reason. It is our online portal with access to everything, our deals, our checklist of documents, our compliance, where we are on our cap cycle, what we're making for revenue share, and some new things that I think are extremely important. One of them just came up recently, which is Real Capital, which I am so excited about. Gone are the days of high fee commission advances. We are in a business of commission sales. And yes, there are tight times. There are absolutely tight times. And there probably you'd be hard pressed to find a real estate agent that wasn't close or has missed a mortgage payment or a car payment at some point in their career just because times were tough. And at the time, your only choices were to go out there and find a commission advance company, and they say, okay, you've got a closing in 2 weeks. We're going to advance you $6,000 and it's going to cost you $1,000 or $800 or $900. Ridiculous. Extortion, predatory lending. I don't care what you want to call it. The traditional commission advance companies took advantage of agents that were in bad situations. Now, 2025, a company like Real says, based on your history with the company, based on your revenue share, based on how much you typically close in a year, we're going to offer you a capital line. That's no questions asked. Yes, there is an interest on it. Yes, it's like a credit card, but you can pay off the balance anytime you want. There's no credit check. There's no extortion process. It's just a simple, easy access to capital when you need it in case you need it. You borrow as little or as much as you want. How awesome is that? That is absolutely huge for our industry. I could go in right now and request personally $45,000 and get it released to me within 2 days. No questions asked, just based on my history, just based on, what I've been doing with the company for business and my revenue share, everything else, it just hits my account. Simple agreement to sign. Yes, there's an interest rate. Yes, they will, take pieces off your future commissions until it's paid back if you're not paying it on a monthly basis. But it's so simple, so easy. It's a huge game changer. The other one is the points earned for just using your real wallet card. So now, oh, I don't have it with me. You get a black card, it's a debit card. You request it through your real wallet, and they will send you the card, and your commissions show up there pretty much almost same day as your closing funds hit the real account. So now all you have to do is money comes on your wallet card. You can decide what you want to do it. You want to move it to another checking account, great. But if you're using it for, let's say, business expenses or any of your marketing or anything in the system, you earn points. I have earned 166,000 points so far. We're just about ready to launch how you redeem those. We are, Real's probably going to announce that at our Real Rise convention in 2 weeks. However, it'll be able to be used probably towards your transaction fees, your yearly fees, swag, that kind of stuff. But we are earning points as we go. I have 166,000 points so far, and I can just see what those details mean. So you can see every time I spend on my card, I am getting points. You can see how you get to the points levels. Gold, you unlock, it's $2 per 1,000 points. When you get to gold, when you get to platinum, it's $2.50. So the more points you get, the better, the more you will have to spend. This is a kind of a breakdown of how you get those points. Deposit balances, you get zero point 0.5 points for every dollar average monthly balance in your real checking wallet account. And then for every purchase, it's 2.5 points per dollar spent on any purchase. So this is an incredible benefit to agents who are basically getting access to their commissions much faster than waiting for it to ACH to your checking account. And again, it gives you access right away. You can then decide if you want to move into different accounts. Real also has a tax savings account as well now, where you can move some of your money into tax savings accounts so that you don't have to worry about, spending it and then not having it for taxes at the end of the year. So these are all incredible things that Real is really developing on the side of, hey, you're making your money, you're getting your splits, and you have money that can remain in a real balance. This makes the company more valuable, especially when it's a publicly traded company. When more and more balances are staying with the company, they're giving you benefits of leaving that money in a company real wallet, a card attached to your name. And they're also, giving you opportunity to borrow money from the company and pay an interest rate, yes, but also borrow money instead of going to a third party company. So think of it like this. So in the past, you might borrow from a Capital One account, or you might use a Capital One account for your expenses. Who is that profit benefiting? They're benefiting Capital One, or they are benefiting those real commission account companies that are lending you money as well. They're profiting off your loans, and Capital One credit cards, any of those credit cards are profiting off your using those cards and having balances with them and you paying interest on them. Now that's going to stay within the company. That's going to make our stock even more valuable as time goes forward. No longer will we just a real estate company. Real estate companies oftentimes aren't seen very um, stock investment worthy to the stock world. We get treated like the the cousin that no one likes because it's so volatile. Well, this puts a lot more stability into a real estate company, having these systems and this technology and this financial side involved where most companies don't have this. So those are huge opportunities. The other thing I just love about Real is, yes, they are changing the world when it comes to getting access to your money, using your money, borrowing money, but also just from a standpoint of the transaction coordination. It is so easy to do your deals with Real. Literally, they have a real signature platform where you can have e-sign. But if you're like me and you're kind of old-fashioned, like your dot loop or your DocuSign, you just use all those systems. And then when you're getting ready to close on a property, not even when you're getting ready to close, when you start the listing or when you start the transaction, the system just is so easy to use. You just go into your checklist. Each deal has a checklist, and you can see where every document in your compliance list stands. Right, all I have to submit on this one right now is the settlement sheet and proof of payment. So let's say this closed today. I grab the check and the settlement statement from the closing. I upload those into the system, and then I can just create a commission deposit. Just go to commission deposit, create it, upload a picture of the front and the back of the check. It gets processed. It is highly likely that tomorrow I will get paid on my Real Wallet card. That is how easy it is. You can keep documents in your file cabinet. You can see comments of everything that's going on with that property. Again, you can see the checklist, the details. If you're an agent, you can see where is the breakdown, how much am I paying Real? What does that look like? Again, the Real split system and our cap model is incredible. I'm closing in on my cap cycle a couple months after my anniversary date, and I know exactly where I stand. I know exactly how much I have left to hit cap. I have, a couple thousand, $2,600 left to pay into my cap. I'll hit that on my next deal, and then I'll be capped for the rest of the year until next July. Next, I think July 31st is what it is. But that is just everything that's there in the system for me. I can see my team, I can see my wallet, I can build a wealth plan. I can say, I want to have $1 million in savings in the next 10 years. It'll help you get there. It'll help you basically figure out what your 5-year goals are and how you're going to get there with earnings, with revenue share, etc. The other nice thing about the Real system is, let's say I just want to, introduce someone to Real right now. We've had some conversations. I can send them the sponsorship link and just send it in an email, and they will be signing up under me automatically without having to name me as their sponsor. So these are all just some of the things that I absolutely just love about Real Broker and what they're doing to change everything for agents. And the other thing that they're really doing, which I think is awesome, is they're incorporating a ton of AI into the system. Leo is our internal AI right now. It is changing as fast as I can post this video. In fact, when we head to Real Rise in a couple of weeks, I know they're going to be announcing some new things when it comes to client communications, anniversary dates, stuff like that. But let's say I wanted to, just ask Leo, like, um, how close am I to capping? Leo will just go in and tell me, you know, exactly where I stand and what I need to pay in. So I got $2,596.34 left to pay. And then I can ask Leo, um, let's say, when does my license expire? This is the AI that's just built into our system. It's there, ready to use. It shows me exactly when my 2 licenses expire again, because I have 2 licenses right now held with Real. And then I could even ask it, so on my deal on 19 Hardscrabble, what am I missing for checklist docs? And it can go and look in your deals and tell you exactly what's missing. So these are all the things that our AI is already built in there, can do for you. It's just absolutely amazing. So, in summary, I don't want to take forever. I know everyone's busy. My 3 years with Rio have been absolutely amazing. I have over 200 agents in my downline. It's grown very naturally on an attraction level. I don't recruit, I attract people that just ask questions about Real. I just give them the fat and the skinny. Same thing. If you see this video and you're a broker or a team leader or just an agent who is exploring Real but not sure, just wants like real straight up information, comparisons company to company. I know them all. I know them all very well. I can tell you the comparisons and let you make a decision that's right for you. And it's just there's so many opportunities with this company to continue to grow. We keep growing every single month. I don't think we've even seen half of our growth cycle yet. I know we've achieved over 30,000 agents in a very short amount of time. I came into the company 3 years ago. It was just over 3,500 agents. Everybody thought I was crazy. What are you doing? Who's this Real company? We are now, even in my area, over 700 agents strong in In New England, which is absolutely incredible. In Massachusetts, there was 35 agents when I brought my team of 80 agents over to Real. So things have grown tremendously. The company has stood by its commitment to always do the right thing for its agents and to continue to press the line of technology and resources and benefits for working for Real and what you get for your pay in. And I can tell you that, between the stock growth, I invest, you have an opportunity to invest 5% pre-cap, 10% post-cap when you work with Real. I always have that money taken out, no matter what. A couple times I've sold a few stocks to take care of some bills or, purchase a car. But in most part, I just let that money come out of my transactions, let it go into stocks, let it percolate, let it grow, and it's done very well by me. I have a lot of brokers that come to me and ask the question, what do I do with my brokerage? I'm not happy with it anymore. I don't know what to do. Should I sell it? Should I walk away? Should I roll it into Real? I was at that point. I had people coming to me wanting to offer me what seemed like pretty good money at the time for selling my brokerage and rolling my agents into their brokerage. I can tell you this, what I've already earned in 3 years is 5x what anybody offered me for my brokerage. It's 5x. So and it doesn't mean that you have to be the be all end all to all your people if you do bring it over. Because I've had that question too from brokers is like, okay, well, if I don't sell my brokerage, then I'm still gonna have to be involved in, and yes, you have to be involved in the transition process. But if you can give me a few good years, give me a few good years where you can be somewhat of a support to your agents, bring them into the real world, work with someone like me to, ensure they get the full experience of Real and have that feeling of camaraderie and culture and family that they're looking for. Bring them in and we work together to keep them under the Real system. And you will see over the next 5 to 10 years a 10x of what you would have ever sold your brokerage for. I promise you this. I guarantee it. And when you've worked for the company for a certain amount of time, you can then retire fully and get your revenue share benefits. So let's work on that. Let's work on a strategy for you if you're watching this and you're a broker owner and you're just not sure what to do. Let's work out a strategy. Let's build a wealth plan because I can build wealth plans for anybody. Let's build a wealth plan for you. See what that looks like, and then you can take the information and decide what you want to do. It's never a fast process. It's never an easy process. It took me many, many months to come to the decision to join Real. And prior to that, it was many, many, many months of banging my head against the wall, realizing that I was in a race to zero as an independent broker. I had brokers that were trying to, offer my agents a $500 per transaction deal with a 100% split and like a $5,000 cap. And as an independent, I could not compete with that. But I can put this system up against any system like that all day long and show agents why this is the better choice. This gets you further, faster, and longer. But it just takes a conversation. Let's start with a conversation, see where it goes. If you have any questions, I'm always here. You can call me 978-400-1617, or text me anytime, or just message me through any of the posts that I put up with this video, either on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, wherever you find it. Message me. Love to chat. Talk to you soon.